Welcome to SATV News. This is Nuri Alamin with the headlines. BNP wants to walk unitedly with everyone, said Tariq Rahman. Fascists fled away, destroying every sector. Interim government's popularity declines, shows survey showing voter rate nears 50% ahead of elections. Over 80,000 army personnel to be deployed during election, said Home Advisor. Now in details. Swing or undecided voters are set to decide the fate of almost half the ballots in the upcoming general elections, according to a survey done by Bragg Institute of Governance and Development. The survey report was unveiled at an event held at the National Archives Auditorium in the capital today. BIGT organized the event jointly with Citizens Platform Voice for Reform. The rate of undecided voters was found to be 48.50% in August, up by over 10% from October. Support for all the major political parties have fallen over the past 8 months, with a minor exception of 0.8% support growth for NCP. BNP's voter base has fallen to 12% from 16.3% in October. Jamaat Islami has fallen to 10.40% from 11.30%, Awami League to 7.3% from 8.9%, Jatiya parties to 0.03% from 0.7%. And different Islamic parties' collective vote from 0.70% from 2.60%. NCP's small voter base has grown to 2.8% from 2%, notably 38% of the survey poll, and the people said BNP is likely to win in their respective parliamentary area during the February general election, while 13% beat it for Jamaat and 7% Awami League, even though its political activities have been banned. Only 1% responded through the NCP would win in the respective constituencies. Meanwhile, a drop was also seen in interim government popularity. The survey was done over 5,000 people during July 1st to 20. The trial of 23 people, including former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, her son Shojib Wajid Joy and daughter Saima Wajid Putul, began at Dhaka Court today in 3 cases filed over alleged irregularities in the allocation of plots under the Purvachal New Town project. 3 complainants, Anti-Corruption Commission Deputy Director Mohammad Salahuddin and Assistant Director Afnan Jannat Khia and S.M. Rashidul Hassan, gave their deposition before Judge Abdullah Al Mamun of Dhaka Special Judge Court 5. Proceedings lasted over 2 hours in the absence of all accused. For over 2 hours, the complainants described the alleged corruption involving Hasina, Joy, Putul and 20 others as well, accusing them of receiving plots of violation of the Rajdhani Unnayan Kartripakha rules and provisions as well. The judge set August 26 for the next hearing. The killing of 6 people in the capital's Chankarpur area during the mass uprising constitute crimes against humanity, Muhammad Tajul Islam, Chief Prosecutor of the International Crimes Tribunal, said today. The accused in the case committed the crimes against humanity by carrying out the killings, knowing they were part of such widespread and systematic crime. Mr. Tajul, and while delivering his opening statement in the trial over the killing of the 6 people, including student Anas at Chankarpur on August 5 last year during the uprising, Tajul has avowed that no one involved in the massacre during the last year's July uprising will evade justice. During today's hearing, Anas' father Palash and mother testified before the tribunal as witnesses. On 13 July, the tribunal indicted 8 accused, including 4 fugitive, and ordered the trial to begin. According to the case document, on August 5, 2024, during a peaceful student protest in Chankarpur, Police gunfire killed Anas, Junaid, Yaqub, Rakib, Ismampul and Manik Mia. Stating that BNP wants to work unitedly with everyone, acting chairman of the party Tariq Rahman said, BNP doesn't want to humiliate anyone. The party wants to respect everyone's opinion. He also added. The BNP leader made this remark while speaking virtually at the chief guest at BNP Council in the Nauga today. Addressing the leaders and activists, Tariq Rahman said, the 31 points include all the reform that BNP wants to implement, the repairs it wants to make the bill state in the way and the people want it to be. He further said, if people listen to BNP 31st point statement and the Government Consensus Commission statement, they will realize that all the points are in agreement. Only a couple of points may differ, added the BNP leader. Chief Advisor Muhammad Yunus left Dhaka today, 11th August, for Kuala Lumpur on a 3-day state visit. A flight of Biman Bangladesh Airlines carrying the Chief Advisor and his entourage departed Hazrat Shahzal International Airport at around 2 p.m., said Chief Advisor Deputy Press Secretary Abul Kalam Azad Mojumdar. Briefing reporters on the Malaysia tour, Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam yesterday said migration and investment in issues will be given priority during the visit. A business conference will be held on 12th August, while the 13th August the Chief Advisor will be conferred an honorary doctorate degree by the University Kawaskan, Malaysia. He also said on the first day the visit CAE News will be welcomed with a guard of honor, where the Malaysian Home Minister Saifuddin Noshan Islami will receive him. The Muhammad Yunus will hold a bilateral meeting with Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim on 12 August at the Malaysian Prime Minister's office in the Putrajaya. After the meeting, a Memorandum of Understanding MOU will be signed between the two countries. During the tour, 5 MOUs and 3 notes of exchange are expected to be signed. It is also expected the Chief Advisor would join a view exchange meeting with Bangladesh expatriate. A high-level delegation is accompanying the Chief Advisor touring during the tour. Over 80,000 members of the Bangladesh Army will be deployed during the upcoming national election, Home Affairs Advisor Muhammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhary said today. Besides members of the Police, Rapid Action Battalion RAB, Border Guard Bangladesh BGB and other forces will also be deployed to ensure security. He also said at a press briefing after inspecting the polling center at the Doria High School in Karaniganj. The advisor said that whereas previously 2 answer members were assigned to each polling station, an additional armed answer member will remain deployed to enhance the security of the presiding order. To ensure the peaceful election, we are taking all necessary preparation and steps, he also said. The advisor said that holding a peaceful election depends on various factors, including the participation and cooperation of political parties, the Election Commission, the administration and law enforcement agencies, and above all the people. Without their support, it will be difficult to hold the election in a peaceful and fair manner, he also said. Viewers, we're taking a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You are watching SATV News. Now, news from abroad. Australia will recognize a Palestinian state at next month's United Nations General Assembly. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said on Monday, a move that adds to international pressure on Israel after a similar announcement from France, Britain and Canada. Albanese, who made the announcement following a cabinet meeting, said recognition will be predicated on the commitments Australia received from the Palestinian Authority, including that Hamas would have no involvement in any future state. Albanese also said he spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Thursday and told him a political solution was needed and not a military one. Commitment by the Palestinian Authority to form governance, disseminate and hold the general elections, as well as Arab League demands for Hamas to end its role in Gaza, created an opportunity, also added Albanese. Meanwhile, following the Australian Prime Minister announcement, explosions were seen and heard over Gaza. Meanwhile, 5 Al Jazeera journalists, including prominent reporter Anas al-Sharif, have been killed in a targeted Israeli striker near the Gaza City Al-Shifa hospital. Sharif and another correspondent, Mohammed Guerra, along with camera person Ibrahim Zahid and Mohammed Novel and Mohammed Alia, were at the tent as journalists at the hospital main gate when it was struck, the broadcaster said. The targeted assassination on Sunday was yet another the blatant and the premeditated attack on the press freedom. It also said the Israel Defense Force confirmed it had targeted Sharif, alleging he had served as the heart of the terrorist cell in Hamas. Al Jazeera, however, rejected the claim. Russian strike injured at least 12 in Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia region, and the country's foreign affairs ministry said on Sunday. Russia attacked Zaporizhzhia with guided aerial bombs, hitting the residential area, a bus station, and a clinic. Ukraine's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said at a post on X. At least 12 people were injured, one of whom was rescued by emergency worker from under the rubble of destroyed structure, the post added. Meanwhile, Ukrainian president said first responder, the medics and police officer are working to help after the strike on the Russian bomb in Zaporizhzhia. Unfortunately, there are casualties. He also said that's why sanctions are needed and pressure is needed. Strength is needed of the United States, of Europe, all of the nations in the world that want peace and stability, international relations, the Ukraine president added. Delhi police on Monday detained senior opposition parliamentarian, including Congress Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and the Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut. All are arrested. MPs were released 2 hours later. They were arrested for launching protest drive against the Election Commission collusion with the ruling BNP, reported NDTV. According to police, more than 30 MPs who were detained are taken to Parliament and a state police station as well. The Election Commission had only given permission to 30 MPs to enter its premises, but the protesters were the large member. They said, besides, no one had sought permission for the protest march to the Election Commission. They said the MPs from various parties took out the protest march from Parliament House to the Election Commission headquarters about a kilometer away, but were stopped midway by police. One person was killed on Sunday when an earthquake of magnitude 6.1 struck northwestern Turkey, the Baliskar province Interior Minister Ali Yazkar said, adding the 29 people were wounded and 16 buildings collapsed. Rescue operations were going in the Singri, a district of the Baliskar province, at personal arrest, and they assessed a flattened building while residents looked on. The quake, which Turkey affirmed, the disaster management authorities said, occurred at around 7:53 p.m. local time, was felt in the multiple provinces, including the country's biggest city, Istanbul. The Reliquia said 81-year-old person died after being rescued from rubble by emergency team. Afad said the quake struck a depth of 6.8 miles, with the German Research Center for the Geoscience registered the earthquake magnitude at 6.19 and a depth of 6.2 miles. Various wildfire forced the evacuation of 1,400 people on Sunday in the Spanish region of the Castilla and Leon. On Sunday afternoon, fire reached the town of the Cacucao and the Los Malos World Heritage Site due to a severe change of wind condition, prompting emergency evacuation in those towns on the Leon province. Authorities said another wildfire in the Zamora province first, the evacuation of the town of Una de Quintana and the Molisuelos de Caraban and the Cubo de Benevetti, as the other wildfire remained active in the northern region of the Navarra and the Galicia. Firefighters of the Spanish Emergency Military Unit were seen running and driving away. An aggressive blaze reached buildings and roads as well. Pakistan's Army Chief, Field Marshal Asim Munir, warned a nuclear response against India if his country faced an existential threat. The remark was made at a black tie dinner hosted by Adnan Assad Honorary Consul in Tampa. It marked the first known instance of nuclear threat, being the issues from U.S. soil against the third country. Speaking during the private dinner, he also discussed regional tensions and the Indus Water Treaty and Pakistan missile capability. Munir further criticized India's suspension of Indus Water Treaty, warning it could put 250 million people at risk of the starvation. He also said Pakistan would destroy any dam India built. He also stressed that Pakistan had no shortage the missiles, the report said. Now sports. Roston Chase and Justin Graves led West Indies to a 5-wicket victory over Pakistan with 10 bowls to spare in the rain reduced second one-day cricket international, levelling the 3-match series at 1-1. Chase's 49 not out of 47 bowls, including 2 sixes, and the winning boundary as the West Indies scored 184 runs for 5 in 33.2 over. The hosts were chasing the revised target of 181 runs in the 35 overs under the DLS method. After multiple rain interruptions, so Pakistan innings end at 171 for 7, 37 over. Right-arm first bowler Zaidan Sales took 3 for 23. In the 7 overs, West Indies summed from the 101 for 3 after 18 over. At the Brian Lara Stadium at the Taruva and Trinidad and Tobago to 101 for 5 of 20 for over, including the wicket of the Shepherd Davenport, who hit a 33 ball 45 with 3 sixes and 4 fours.
That's a good shot. It's a poor delivery. That's a brilliant ball in the gap.
FA Cup champions Crystal Palace beat Premier League champions Liverpool 3-2 on penalties after a 2-2 draw to win an enthralling Community Shield on Sunday. Last season's FA Cup winners twice came from the rebuild in 19 minutes and they won it on the shootout. Hugo Ekitike and Jeremy Frimpong scored about goals from Liverpool in normal time, but Jean-Philippe the Matela and Islamison got an equalizer to send a match to penalty. Ellison kept out the easy poke kick and the Bornaso hit the crossbar, but Oliver Galstamin the prevailed. Dean Henderson was the hero again, saving from Alexis Mack Allister, and Harvey Elliott and Mohamed Salah blazed his effort over. Palace, who had not won a major trophy in the history until the year, have now earned 2 in the 3 months and Wembley having stacked the first at the Manchester City expense.
Palace! Oh, Wembley winners again! 3K.
Before ending, we'll go through the SATV news headlines again. BNP wants to walk unitedly with everyone, said Tariq Rahman. Fascists fled away, destroying every sector. Interim government's popularity declines, shows survey. Swing voter rate near 50% ahead of elections. Over 80,000 army personnel to be deployed during elections, said Home Advisor. You are up to date with our top stories so far here on SATV, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.